Rocket Mortgage has been public for 5 months now, and after the initial push during the first month, it has been consolidating and trending further and further to the downside. With the stock price currently sitting at $19.54 per share, we're going to take a look today and see what we can see next from Rocket Mortgage. Welcome back everybody, or if you're new here, my name is Sean Lucas, and for the past year or so I've been making videos over the stock market. In today's video we'll be going over Rocket Mortgage, and the last time I made a video over Rocket Mortgage I was pretty optimistic about them for the long term. However, I did hint that in the short term they'd be very volatile and possibly move further and further down to the downside. But in today's video we're going to be looking at their current stock price, their current stock chart. We're going to be comparing the future projections from the last video and comparing them and seeing how they're stacking up into the future projections of today's video. So without further ado and without wasting any more of your time, let's really get into it. Wait, hold on. Guys, remember, I am just a YouTuber with a microphone, and that means that my opinions literally don't matter. So, let's just get in the video. So since this is a update video, I'm gonna be taking you guys through the steps of what I take while researching a company. And usually what I do before getting into depth of what this, the stock chart is all about, I read a couple articles over the company, a couple articles that, TOS or Thinkorswim so kindly provides to us for free. Just to get a general idea of what's happening in the company, I read articles from mid-November until now. And this is what I found. So the first thing I saw was an article from JP Morgan, and it was about Rocket Mortgage being downgraded. It was a downgrade from overweight to underweight in a price target cut from $26 per share to only $20 per share. The second article was about Rocket Mortgage, of course, underperforming in the third quarter. But this next article shows and talks about how much more room there is for growth in the mortgage industry, arguing that there's going to be more mortgages than in the 2008-2009 mortgage industry at a safer capacity. Because of the low rates right now and a lot of people getting their, buying houses or refinancing their current homes. Guys, let's take a look at what's happening on the stock chart, because I don't know about you, but those articles that we just listed off, and even though it was a little snippet, there seemed to be some conflicting information going on, which is weird because all those articles have been recently published from mid-November until now. So, again, let's take a look on a chart. All right, so looking at a 1 year, 1 day chart, we can see that Rocket Mortgage is currently sitting at $20.05. We can also see that this stock is just under the price control for the 1 year, 1 day time frame. But in the last video, the stock had basically just had IPO'd and it skyrocketed and then settled back down here on Earth where it started the consolidation pattern. So what's going on that is really so special about Rocket Mortgage right now? Like, why am I bringing it up? Okay. That's a fair question. Currently, you can see that there's a strong resistance over here at the $22 mark, and it started from this big red day push right here. Sent it back down, it came out, bounced off the support, sent it back down again, bounced up, hit the resistance one more time, sent it back down, and this is where we're sitting at right now. It's got a strong support and it's got a strong resistance, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much because, like I said in my Neo 3.0 video, my favorite pattern really only works 2 times out of 10. But I would be lying if I said I didn't see it coiling up in a consolidation pattern at, of course, the biggest volume shelf from the stock so far. Now, the bright side of this volume shelf that it is actually it's getting stronger, and you can tell that because how skinny it is getting and how far out on the chart it is at. As you see in the beginning, it is pretty thick, meaning there's a lot of people buying there, but there's not all buying at the same price. So people have different ownership interests, and you can see that while we get over here, the ownership interest is pretty strong here at the price control. So people going up and down selling, and they're kind of like picking this area to stick at. So I would definitely keep an eye out on this, but right now we're going to be moving on to future projections. Guys, as a recurring theme here on my channel, and kind of to keep it constant, I like to look at our friends at The Walled Investor and CNN Money to see what they have to say about future projections of whatever stock we're looking at during that week. This so happens to be Rocket Mortgage. By typing in these simple words, future projections of Rocket Mortgage stock, we get to see what their thoughts are on Rocket Mortgage right now. As for CNN, we can see that the current stock price is listed at $19.97, and this was what their 15 analysts had to say. The 15 analysts are offering a 12-month price forecast for Rocket Companies, Inc. They have a median target of $24 per share with a high estimate of $35 per share and a low estimate of $18 per share. The median estimate represents a 20.16% increase from the last listed price. As you can see from this graph right here, the high, low, and median prices from those 15 analysts, 5 said it was a buy, 2 said it was a sell, and 8 said hold. And those listings have stayed pretty consistent. It's just recently that we have seen some more people saying it was a sell. For the wallet investor, and I've saved the best for last, we can see that they had listed Rocket Mortgage at $19.97 per share in the 7-day forecast. Wait for it. Is get it now, and the 1-year forecast, ladies and gents. We have a first time appearance on the channel. For the first time ever on this channel, the wallet investor actually has listed a company to decrease in stock price over the next year. The wallet investor is saying that Rocket Mortgage could drop down to $12.25 per share within the year. They used to provide a 5-year forecast, but they have recently took it away, so I guess that's a little depressing. And you know what, guys? All of this is pretty crazy because just 4 months ago, when I did the first video over Rocket Mortgage, I saw from Wallet Investor that they had a 2025 forecast of Rocket Mortgage, and they predicted, or projected, that Rocket Mortgage's stock price in 2025 would be well over $500 per share. So to start breaking it down, to start wrapping it up here, to really put the cherry on the top, to tell you guys sort of, how I feel about this right now. In the last video 4 months ago, when I mentioned when it comes down to it, you really have to weigh out the pros versus the cons, and at the time, the pros did weigh out the cons for Rocket Mortgage. I kind of have to weigh in, I kind of have to put on the scale of the factor of what's going on right now with Rocket Mortgage, with the world in the mortgage industry. Because, seeing right now and seeing how low the rates are for, refinances and purchasing homes and seeing all that, a lot of people, a lot of customers, but it's not reflecting to their stock price for the moment. Also, you have to weigh in on the fact that JP Morgan and multiple other sources have downgraded RKT to being, underperforming. So will it be a $500+ per share company someday in the future? I mean, anything's possible, right? Anything is. But my gut instinct right now is telling me that they probably won't be a $500+ per share company within 5 years. Now, that's not saying that they won't increase in stock price, because like I said, anything is possible. So now what I see them doing for the next 5 years really is just a regular average company growth, 5 to 9% increase in stock price per year. I mean, that is the average of the stock market. I don't know how much it correlates with regular companies, but somewhere in between there, on average, probably somewhere in between 5 to 9% increase in stock price per year. And I guess we're really gonna have to see what happens on March 11th when they come out with, their next earnings. So this is the point where I'm telling you, and a lot of people miss opportunities like this, right? A lot of people look back on stocks and look back on stock charts and really go, hey, man, I wish I could have invested into Bitcoin when it was, 67 cents per share. Well, this is one of those moments when things don't look great for the company on the stock chart portion of the company, but it's a great point to just throw some, some cash that you're willing to lose all of, right? Because that's how you have to go about investing. You have to be willing to lose all of that for the gain, for the potential gains. You're not guaranteed shit. Whoa. So, to wrap it up here, what I was saying is, this is a great opportunity to be buying a company at a price where someday in the future, people might be going, man, I wish I could have been investing in the company on this day at this price. So if you have some extra cash and you don't mind losing it, this wouldn't be the worst part or spot to be investing at, especially with the consolidation and volume shelf happening at this moment. Originally, I was a little bearish on this company, but now thinking about it, and really this is live thoughts going on right now, it wouldn't be the worst part to be just throwing some extra cash that you wouldn't mind losing. So there you have it. But I will be keeping an eye on this consolidation and volume shelf pattern going on for Rocket Mortgage right now, and I will be keeping you guys updated. I won't jump the gun like I did for Neo video, when I came out with the Neo pattern, but yeah, I will be keeping you guys updated, and that's something that, we should be seeing more of, a lot more updates from me. So keep your eyes out for that. Other than that, guys, that is all I have for you on this one. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
No one asking for guidance. Stimulus check, won't you cash app that? I got niggas and they said that respect they black. Politicians and they said don't know how to act. That's why we